on tour with Rod Stewart, in order to stop the incredible boredom of touring, which we all know exists, we invented this organisation called the Sex Police.
Of course.
The Sex Police, the job of the Sex Police was to stamp out illicit sex on the road. That meant that anybody who was having sex, other than you, would have to be, punished, really, essentially. By you broke into their room while they were having sex. Anything you wanted to do was all right, except if it was the wife or girlfriend. And even then, that occasionally got a bit hairy. So. One day, we're sitting around, Rod says to the new bass player, he said, "So, how are you getting on? Is everything all right?" He said, yeah. He said, "I'm fine, thanks, Rod. A bit tired." I said, "Why are you tired?" He said, "Well, the Sex Police keep, breaking into my room and stealing all my furniture and my bed and everything, and I go into my room and I haven't got anywhere to sleep." He said, "Oh, that's sad." He said, "Tell you what, we're in Ireland." He said, "I'm flying back to London tonight, right after the gig. You guys, I know, are all staying on here." He said, "Why don't you have my suite?" So, duly, this lad had slept in Rod's suite. Well, of course, the Sex Police was absolutely pissed at this. We told Rod, we said, "Excuse me, aren't you, I think my rank was Seaman Staines. And Rod's rank was Major Bucks." And they said, "Major Bucks, you're completely out of order for doing this. I mean, the Sex Police were busy on a mission, destroying this young man, and you've come along and given him a bed. There'll have to be punishments. Boss, do your worst." So, okay, so we had several meetings about what we were going to do to punish Rod. The next time we could get ourselves together, we broke into Rod's suite by the usual method, either kicking the door in. Of course, that was the other thing. If the Sex Police knocked on your door and you didn't answer quick enough, they'd kick the door in and you had to pay for it because you didn't answer the door quickly. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You answer the door, the Sex Police. So Rod wasn't there in his room, but it was after the gig. We got the bass player and we tied him up with gaffer tape. No, we didn't tie him up. We stripped him, except for a pair of paisley Y-fronts, and gaffer taped him, spread eagled, face down on Rod's bed. It's just his little paisley underpants and this very pale body. And Rod, good as gold, came back with some young lovely, went into his bedroom with the young lovely thing that he'd met and was determined to have wicked ways with, walked into the room, saw the bass player, spread eagle on his bed, said, Sex Police have been here, I see, fine. Moved into another room in the suite where he carried on with his business and just left the bass player there. I mean, what the girl must have thought when she saw this.
The fact that you said Sex Police was really in.
Yeah, Sex Police have been here, I see. Okay, fair enough. That was it. It's good. It's very good about Rod. He never let on. Whatever terrible thing you did to him, he never acknowledged it. I remember filling his boots once. We took his cowboy boots off on some flight, and I filled them up with mustard and peanuts. And it must have really hurt. He just put them on and walked out the airport. Didn't go, "You bastards," or anything like that. Not a word. Just put them on and walked out. And we went, "How does he do that?" No sense, no feeling.